Would you mind starting with an update on Jacob Chychrun and his absence in the morning skate?
Yeah, just he's fine. It just looked like just maintenance morning, just no problem there.
Any other changes anticipated to your lineup?
No, I don't think so. No.
When it comes to Vladimir Tarasenko, I know he didn't spend that much time with the Rangers, but how do you think he's approaching this game against his former team?
Well, usually when you play against your, previous team, it usually brings the best out of you. I think, there's not much we can do. I think he's played better lately. I think, he's done a better job for us, which is important.
Coach,
Go ahead, Tim.
the All-Star break coming up. Opportunity to reset, or what do you use the time for?
Well, I think the time will be well spent, well appreciated. I think when you look at our schedule, December and January, we've had 15 games. Every month we've had extended road trip, like we've had a lot of games on the road. We were on the road, I think, for 12 days in December, and same thing in January when we started. So I think it'll be a welcome break. But before that, we got 3 games to look at, and I think when I look back at the last 5 games or 4 games, I think I like the direction that we're going. I think we're getting better at managing the game, the highs and lows of the game. I think we've shown some resiliency. We've been able to come back in games like against Philly, for instance. We were down, we didn't panic. The game against Boston and Winnipeg, I think we're a good measuring stick for our team, because they're a team that grinds you and play close to the vest. They play good defensive hockey. So I think it's been a lot of good learning situations, and we just have to keep improving in different areas. I think when I look back, our special teams, that's an area that would help us win hockey games. So I think it's important that we get better in those 2 areas. And 5-on-5, I think we've tried to cut down the number of goals against or chances against, and give us a better chance to win the game.
Where is your power play at right now? Satisfied?
Well, I think our power play, it's just, we've kind of changed the last game, and we had some good results. We're slow starting, but I thought we got some 2 goals on the power play that helped us. So it's work in progress. It's not going to happen overnight. So I think hopefully we could, get some traction, get some confidence, and I think simplify things. I think when you look around the league, the goals that are being scored on the power play every night, it's not always fancy goals, like a lot of it is, shot with screen, rebounds, tips. So I think we have to acknowledge that there's different ways of getting some production.
Coach, I'm sorry. Somebody else back there. What would you say? What's the difference between today's players dealing with them and maybe dealing with a team 20 years ago? Is there a change in attitude? Do you have to deal with them differently?
Well, I think I don't know if there's a change in attitude. It's just there's a change in upbringing. There's a change in people today, whether it's in sports or in business. It's the same. I think the new generation need a lot more. They question a lot more. They need more feedback, more reinforcement, and and I think it's good. I think you have kids today that are as good as kids 20 years ago. It's just they've been brought up in a different environment, and as a coach, you have to adjust to the days to today. But that's not just for us. I think it's overall in society.
You think coming into the NHL, are they treated differently, or are they maybe coddled more than they were a long time ago, and maybe they're not used to maybe rougher treatment when they get to the pros?
Well, I think that the major change, I think, from my standpoint, and Joe could mention, we worked together 1 year, my first year and second year in St. Louis. I think in the older days when a kid came in, the leadership group, I think were really, they took care of the kids, but they were hard on the kids. Today, it's different, kids, they've been brought up a different way, so, they expect to be treated differently. So I think it's just a sign of the times, and you have to act accordingly as a person in leadership role.
Joonas, what are you seeing from your team right now here in this 5-game stretch where you've picked up points in all 5?
Everyone's on the same page. Everyone's reading off each other, and everyone's competing, and simple as that.
Does it make life easier for you?
I think it makes life easier for everyone. Like I said, we can, I think it's easier to read from each other, and everyone knows what the guy next to you is doing, and everyone's doing their best.
It's fun to see the team pick up some swagger along the way here.
Yeah, of course, you pick up wins, you pick up confidence, and try to make some plays through that, and it's fun to see.
Joonas, in case we don't get the chance to speak with you, what are you going to do for your All-Star week?
Just gonna hang around here, go to Montreal for a couple days, be with the family. That's pretty much it.
Does the All-Star break give the team a chance to reset and maybe a bit, focus on the second half of the season?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a tight schedule, and you get the week off, and you work on your craft, and you have the time to look back a little bit, and what do you need to improve on, and then it's game on again.